As a patient, what is the dumbest thing a doctor has ever recommended that you do? I was driving home from work around 9 p.m. when I felt this sharp stabbing pain in my chest, like someone was sticking a knife between my ribs. I had to pull over to catch my breath because it hurt so bad. My whole left side felt like it was on fire. I sat in my car for 10 minutes thinking maybe I just moved wrong or something. The pain wasn't going away though. If anything, it was getting worse every time I took a deep breath. I could barely turn the steering wheel without wincing. I figured maybe I lifted something heavy wrong at work or slept funny the night before. Stuff happens, right? My dad always said to walk it off unless you're actually dying, so I drove home slowly and tried to ignore it. The next morning I woke up and could barely get out of bed. The pain was way worse, like someone was squeezing my ribs in a vice. I pressed on my chest and nearly screamed. Something was definitely really wrong. My girlfriend Emma said I should go to urgent care instead of waiting for my regular doctor. She dropped me off at this clinic downtown. The waiting room smelled like disinfectant and had those uncomfortable plastic chairs. I sat there for like 2 hours watching some talk show on the TV. When they finally called me back, this doctor barely glanced at me. Middle-aged guy with thick glasses who seemed like he was already thinking about lunch. I told him what happened and described the pain. He had me lift my shirt and just poked around my chest for maybe 20 seconds. Probably just a pulled muscle, he said, already reaching for his prescription pad. Maybe strained something when you were sleeping. These things happen all the time. Just take some muscle relaxers and it'll go away in a week. I asked if he wanted to do an x-ray or something to make sure. He actually laughed at me. For a muscle strain? That's a complete waste of time and money. Trust me, I've seen this hundreds of times. Take these pills and you'll be totally fine. So I left with a bottle of muscle relaxers and this stupid feeling that he didn't take me seriously at all. The pain got way worse that night. I couldn't lie down flat without feeling like someone was stabbing me. Even sitting up in bed made me want to cry. My coworker Steve came over the next day and saw me moving around like a robot. Dude, you look terrible. Something's really wrong with you. He kept telling me to go to the actual hospital, the real emergency room, not some quick clinic. By day 4, I couldn't take it anymore. The emergency room was busy, but they got me in pretty quick when I described the chest pain. This nurse, younger guy with a friendly attitude, actually listened when I told him what happened. He nodded and said they needed to do some tests immediately. The x-ray technician was this talkative woman who kept making jokes while she positioned me on the table. Hold perfectly still now. Don't want any blurry pictures of your insides. She disappeared behind her protective wall, and I heard the machine buzz loudly. Then everything went quiet. Way too quiet. The technician came back and stared at her computer screen for a really long time. Her smile was completely gone. Let me get the doctor right away. 4 people rushed into the room. The emergency doctor looked at the screen and her face went pale. Sir, when exactly did you say this started? I told her 4 days ago. She pointed at the monitor with concern. You see this dark area here? That's a collapsed lung. You have a pneumothorax. I literally laughed out loud. A what? She turned the screen toward me. There it was, clear as day. This black empty space where my lung should be. Your lung has been partially collapsed for 4 days, she said seriously. This is why you've been having severe chest pain. If this had gotten worse, it could have been life-threatening. My brain couldn't process it. I kept saying, but the other doctor said it was just a muscle strain. The nurse shook her head. Pneumothorax symptoms can sometimes be confused with muscle pain, but any chest pain this severe needs proper imaging. They admitted me that night. Had to insert a chest tube the next morning to reinflate my lung. The procedure was uncomfortable, but I felt immediate relief when my lung expanded properly again. The surgeon said I was lucky it didn't get worse. The police never showed up to follow up about the misdiagnosis. I filed a formal complaint with the medical board about the urgent care doctor. My girlfriend posted about it on social media and it got shared everywhere. Doctor tells pneumothorax patient to take muscle relaxers. The urgent care clinic tried to claim it was an honest mistake, that collapsed lungs don't always show obvious symptoms without proper testing.